Hello and welcome back to the Tao Manifesting Tarot, the audio version, the version for the multitaskers and the folks who want to develop their imagination so that they can manifest better, quicker, faster. Alrighty, so let's see, what do we have on tap today? You see you in front of you on the screen. We got full boat. As you know, we read the top level first, go from left to right. Then we read the bottom level, left to right. The two center cards, upper row, bottom row, are essential and very important. And we begin with the upper row, and we take a look at the overall theme. This is the Oracle card, there or here and now, here and now. So it's being in the present. And on the surface, you'd go, well, geez, that's no problem. I'm here. I'm here. There's a difference. There's a difference in being consciously here, and just being here. You can just show up or you can participate, right? This is talking about participating here and now. You need the past and develop it here in the present so that you can move into the future. But you need to be, the center point is here and now. So, as opposed to being a spectator in your life, be present, be involved. So, we go all the way to the left upper row, we got the Tower. The Tower, much feared, and not without some sensibility to it, but frankly, the Tower is destruction, yes, on a certain level. What it is really is a wake-up call. There's upheaval because basically you lied to yourself. Or society lied to you and you never bothered to check it out. Fact check, right? Never did, just lived it. And you've gotten to a point in your life where at some point in your life you are going, you know what? This is not good. This is not good. What am I going to do about it? Well, this is where the Tower comes in. If you are open to change, if you are open to growing, if you are open to involving, participating in your life, Tower is not a big deal. If, however, you decide that, you know what, if I keep lying to myself, maybe I can get past this, then you got the wake-up call. And that can be mighty, mighty unpleasant. So again, we're going back to the Oracle card just a moment ago, here and now. You have to be present. You have to be conscious. And that's a lot more difficult than it would appear. Next card over, Knight of Pentacles. Love the Knight of Pentacles. Knights always bring gifts. Pentacles, there's almost a security, assuredness to this. And the Knight is every part of Pentacle, thorough, practical, realistic, consistent. That really is the key, consistency. Now, as is the case with all Pentacles, it doesn't move quickly, doesn't move fast. But with the Oracle card here and now, with the Tower card warning you, hey, you're going to keep lying to yourself, or you're going to pay attention to the wake-up call. You have the Knight of Pentacles saying, look, there's something important, something valuable here. Work on it. And of course, with it being a pentacle, it's going to take a while. So in other words, okay, so you realize that you have to be conscious, you got to be here and now, you want to avoid a Tower. So you're going to have to work on it. And you know what the area is already. You're very clear on that. But up to this point, you really have not devoted yourself. Okay, you got to choose. Self-denial and take a chance with the Tower, or do you want to move forward consciously? Knight of Pentacles says move forward consciously. Next card over is the Page of Wands. Pages are very neat because they change the storyline, and the Page of Wands does so. There's enthusiasm, opportunity, passion. That's really what you're looking for in your life, and that will be the vehicle to changing your life. Keep in mind enthusiasm, passion. A wand energy is plugged into life. That's why all wands are so passionate in a very obvious way. They are literally living in the here and now, which is exactly what the Oracle card says that you must do. If you do it, the final card in the upper part here, Ten of Cups. Ten of Cups is happiness, blessings, contentment. You can get to that spot in that area of your life that needs refreshing, rebuilding, renewing. But to do it, you got to be conscious. You got to be in the here and now. You do that, decide that you're not going to fool yourself, lie to yourself, deceive yourself anymore. The tower really does not come up. You hear or see the wake-up call, and you move forward with enthusiasm, passion, consistency. Bottom row, left, King of Wands, again emphasizing the idea that you want that joy, that joie de vivre in your life. Okay, and the King of Wands is someone who is totally plugged into that kind of situation. Has a lot of charisma, gets a lot of results, a little bit of a risk taker. And, in this kind of a situation, deciding to live in the here and now and not just be a participator in your life is a little bit of a risk taker. At least it feels that way. It's not really in the long run. You can avoid the Tower card. But at this point, we're creatures of habit. We get used to something, good, bad, or indifferent, we stick with it. King of Wands says, trust yourself. Move forward to that Ten of Cups. You can get there from here, but you got to live in the here and now. Next card over, Queen of Pentacles. And I find it fascinating that up top on the far right side, we had the Page of Wands. On the other side, we had the Knight of Pentacles. This whole idea of enthusiasm built on stability seems to be present again. Here you have the King of Wands, Queen of Pentacles. First of all, it's a nice match, King and Queen. Even though they're different cards, different groupings, doesn't make any difference. It's still a King and Queen, and that's a completion of energy. So you're looking for the enthusiasm. You have to get enthusiastic about your life, at least a little more positive. You don't have to be a cheerleader on the sidelines, but want a little more positivity. And the Queen of Pentacles says, know your self-worth. Be practical, be trustworthy, be down to earth. Again, Pentacles are stable. They're doggone slow, but they're stable. And that's what you're looking for day to day to day to day. Be conscious, be in the here and now, and you can move yourself forward. Next card over on the other side of the vice versa card, we find the Page of Swords. Remember, pages change storylines. And the Page of Swords talks about revitalizing, talks about integrity, honesty, embracing new ways of thinking. Because that's what swords are, thoughts, ideas. So you will have a chance, and this may be the chance, just deciding that you're going to be conscious in your life. You're not going to be a visitor, you're going to be a participator. That may be the change in thought, very likely. So let's say, because that feels right, the Page of Swords is the realization, if you want to change your life, you got to be here right now, participating, conscious, aware, not just kind of float through it. And the final card, bottom row, is the Lovers. Well. Yes, we could be talking about relationships. I'm thinking you're kind of a different relationship with you in the world. Just being conscious is a serious change in the way you interact with the world. And that could be the decision. It's the decision of saying, okay, where am I going to go with this thing? Am I going to have the Pentacles stick-to-itiveness to ride this thing out and just work on it day to day to day and be conscious in my life? Or am I going to just kind of, I'll do it till it's comfortable and then I'll go back to my old ways? I think that's the choice. That's what the Lovers is indicating. Consistency, attention to yourself, good inner communication, a union of mind, body, and spirit. That's being conscious. And the final card in the middle, Pentacles. And we're talking about the vice versa deck. It is forward right now, meaning that you are seriously considering this idea of the here and now. You're seriously saying, geez, maybe I really got to participate in my own life, not just kind of float through it. But you notice he is agonizing right now. He is in front of some important building. Rider-Waite, it looks like it's a church, and you have two people, and they're kind of walking past. It looks as though in this card, he has his head in his hands, he's got the lantern, which is enlightenment, and he's got the Five of Pentacles stained glass behind him. So probably still in some sort of church or something like that, a place of refuge. And he's thinking about, am I going to participate in my life, or am I going to be a visitor? And the lantern there tells me that he is getting inspired. Inspiration is the first step. Perspiration is the second step. So if he is contemplating actually participating in his life, that means he's going to have to start getting active in his own life. And I think that's the agony that he's going through, going through that decision, saying, okay, enough cheerleading from the sidelines. Let's get out on the field. It's called My Life. I want to play. That's probably the answer. I'm thinking this is really important. The whole idea of this thing is here and now. It's being conscious. Choose to get involved in your life. Don't just watch it on a screen. It's much less satisfying, and it's much less effective. You can do this. Alrighty, so that's the read for today. I'll have another one for you tomorrow, of course, because I do a brand new read every day, 365. Between now and the next time we manifest tarot together, as always, peace and blessings.